Hello everyone, I'm Love here, back again with another Awaken Chaos era video. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how I deal damage to the wood boss in the guild versus environment, or also known as the Ruins of God. So currently my guild is in the floor 7, and let me showcase my team on how I take down this wood boss with my team. So for my team, right, I'll be using 4 heroes, which are Hector, Shane, Scarlett, as well as Jacob. And for the spells, I'll be using Sundering Purgatory as well as Gaia's Renewal for the healing. So I speed tune my heroes to go in a certain order, starting off with Shane. He'll be there to apply the Sundering Purgatory, buff up my damage dealer, who is Jacob, and then also applying this AoE Karma down and the attack down. And this will be followed by Scarlett to apply her bleeding, so that each time my allies perform the attack, her wolf will apply the joint attack as well as applying the bleeding debuff. Next will be Hector. He's there to apply the increased damage taken to the boss, and then finally Jacob goes there as the last person to deal damage. Alright, so let me quickly describe how does this team work. So basically, right, Shane is the wood affinity hero here, and what this boss do, right, he will prioritize on attacking the enemy who's neutral affinity, followed the weakest affinity, which is water, then followed by neutral, which is wood, and then finally the strongest affinity, that is fire. So since there's only one wood hero here, the boss will target Shane instead. And the boss have a unique mechanic where he's able to petrify the hero, so that the hero will forfeit their turn in the particular round. So in order to resolve this issue, or to prevent that from happening, what you need to do is to build a particular hero with high resistance stats. And for my Shane here, I built him with around about, I think, above 150% resistance, so that he will not lose his turn when the boss tries to petrify him. And once that's done, right, you'll be able to allow Shane to perform attacks, and this will synergize really well with the Thunder Punishment talent skill that I have here to grant bonus turn for all of my heroes here. So this Thunder Punishment will occur once your heroes dealt 12 attacks for the particular round. And if there are extra attacks, right, you'll be carried forward to the next round and you'll be activated over there. That's how you'll be able to deal more damage with additional rounds from your heroes, especially for this team that does not apply much debuff. But I think Scarlett there is applying lots of debuff, so you'll also be able to benefit from the Kiss of Death as well if you're using Scarlett. So the boss just now tried to petrify him, but Shane resisted it. And yeah, so the reason why I use Hector here is because of his increased damage taken, and not only that, he's also able to perform multiple turns. Once he activates his ultimate ability, he'll be able to take like 2 more turns based on the number of X being thrown. So the more turns he can do, it will synergize really well with Shane's trait. Like the more attacks your hero does, it also ramps up the damage boost up. So the final hero will deal the most damage there once it reaches the 10 stacks. And then Hector pairs really well with Scarlett, because each time he performs the attack, Scarlett will be able to perform the wolf joint attack as well. Same goes with Jacob there. Jacob can deal multiple bonus turn depending on the amount of rage he has. So Jacob applies this unique buff that whenever his ally performs basic ability, he will also be able to join attack. So this also contribute in increasing his reach meter quickly. So now, as you can see, right, Jacob dealt massive amount of damage to the boss, multiple turns when he activates his ultimate ability there. So I'll be speeding up the run in like maybe 50% speed, because it'll be the same all over again. Basically, Shane will perform his ultimate, followed by Scarlett, then Hector, and then finally Jacob to perform the finishing kill. The boss have a massive amount of HP, so the strategy here is to deal massive amount of turns to quickly break down the boss shield, because the boss puts up a thick shield like around about 12 block damage buff, and you need to deal multiple bonus attack to break the shield in order for you to deal direct damage to the boss health. And yeah, for Hector, right, you can optimize Hector to apply the increased damage taken one time by throwing one X and then using his basic ability, because whenever he has X in his hand, right, he's able to deal damage with the damage up buff, as you can see there. So try not to use both X at the same round. Use one X, throw one X, and then use his basic ability. This is how you'll be able to do more damage in the long run. Scarlett, there's nothing special for Scarlett. Basically, she's there to... You just need to allow her to deal her ultimate so that she's able to deal the bleeding. Currently, my Scarlett is built with the guild boss. She's beaten for my guild boss as a speedy debuffer. So she's not dealing much damage, as you can see here. If currently I'm gearing her with her speed boots instead of her attack boots. So with the attack boots, right, she'll be able to do more damage with her usual abilities as well as from her bleeding, because her bleeding base is based on her attack stats rather than critical rate and critical damage. And for Jacob, I'm currently gearing him in a HP necklace as well, because I want to make him slightly tankier for the guild boss, but he'll be able to do more damage with the attack necklace. So there are some room for improvement if you want your team to do more damage. The reason why I did not swap out all my gears for my heroes is because most of my gear presets is already filled up to the max. So I'm kind of lazy to like keep on switching in and out for the gears. But if you want to min-max your damage for your wood boss, right, you can do those preparation first. Maybe change the gears for Jacob and Scarlett, make them fully high more attack stats so you can deal more damage to the boss. And yeah, let's say assuming that you do not have like Shane, you can replace or substitute Shane for Florence, because Florence is also able to apply increased damage taken as well as bonus attack for your heroes. And if you do not have who else? If you do not have Hector, actually Florence does the role of Hector as well, because she's also able to apply the increased damage taken. You can substitute Hector for maybe Bulin, because he's able to deal lots of lightning damage whenever the allies perform the attack. So those are the heroes that you can substitute, as long as you don't use water affinity heroes here, because water affinity heroes will deal slightly less damage to the enemy here. So the total damage dealt here is around about 6.4 million, gathered around about 1910 points. So let me quickly show you how I built each of these heroes, so you can use this as a reference point on how to build your wood affinity boss raiding team. Alright, so as you can see here, this is the overview of my hero build. I have Shane, Scarlett, Hector, and Jacob. So from this screenshot, right, you can see that my Shane is the fastest here, basically at 228 speed. Basically he's speed tuned for the guild boss, but actually you do not need that high amount of speed. Probably you can make him slightly like more like an attack build, so he can do some damage to the boss at the same time to support your damage dealers here. So the stats are prioritized for him. If you want to build like a damage dealer, Shane would be like same like Bachelot, where he's able to deal damage as well as applying debuff. Let's give him high amount of like attack stats, critical rate, critical damage, and then some resistance. Most importantly is the resistance, and then some HP percentage. And you can also gear him in a revival set. For me, I'm gearing him in a revival set for the guild boss, but this build is more of a tanky build. And yeah, I have around about 160% resistance for Shane. I tried 100% resistance, but it's not sufficient because the boss still able to petrify Shane. Next on the list is Scarlett. Scarlett is my debuffer hero, applies lots of bleeding and lots of joint attack. The most important role for her is the joint attack to break the boss shield quickly. And she's geared in a curse set. Curse set also helps a lot in breaking the shield quickly because of the bonus attacks from her basic ability. So I'm gearing Scarlett in a warrior set as well as a curse set. So the stats to prioritize on her would be like attack stats, critical rate, critical damage, and some focus to apply the bleeding. The speed is around about 220, but you do not need this high amount of speed. You can replace the speed boots with attack boots here. And the third hero here is Hector. She's also geared similar to Scarlett, Curse, and also Warrior. So just prioritize on the attack, critical rate, critical damage, and some speed to go before the boss. The boss speed is I think around 150 or so, so just speed tune your heroes to go before the enemy. And also, since Hector is also able to apply the increased damage taken debuff, it's also ideal to give him some focus stats. And last but not least, I have Jacob here. He has around about like 6000 attack, close to 100% critical rate, close to 12% critical damage, and some focus. Actually, you do not need focus stat on Jacob because he doesn't apply any debuff. This one is like yeah, he's also geared in a curse set but with a mixed set here. So ideally you want to gear him like similar to Hector, curse set and warrior set for maximum amount of damage. I think his damage output can be slightly higher because I'm currently gearing him with a health necklace to provide him with some tankiness there. Alright, so that's the end of my video showcasing my team on how I tackle the wood mini boss in the Cube vs environment. If you have any question, you can post your questions below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. And if you have a different kind of strategy that you use to tackle this wood boss, do comment below. So I'd like to learn more from you. And if you're new to my channel, you can click on the subscribe button as well as ringing the notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video on this channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!